Hey everyone, the name is Eric Dorn. Allow me to tell you what happens when you're dealing with an INFJ as your student, your pupil, or as your kid. Because a lot of time we have to kind of adapt as INFJs. We have to go into different environments and different situations. And we all, most of us at least, have to go to school. And we have to, in school, adapt to outer expectations. What we often want to do as our personality type has to be compromised to some degree in our school. Our teachers are going to supply us with external motivation factors, putting us into reverse motivation state. And they are also going to control our development, our progress, and how we proceed according to the system. Now, what I've noticed is this can change how you come across as an INFJ. Because when you are in reverse motivation state, what happens is you don't have your own sense of motivation. You aren't studying things that you find fulfilling or important. And you might not always know why something is important. You also don't have control over how you get there or how you approach the subject. You have to adapt to the teacher's expectations and standards. They define how you're graded, how you work, how you handle each work situation. And what this means is, as an INFJ, your feeling function and your judging function is somewhat cut off from you. As a student, you can't use the feeling function as well as you would like to. And as a judging type, you can't use your judging function the way you would like to control your progress and your situation and how you proceed. So what tends to happen here is INFJs in this role can more resemble INTPs as students than they resemble INFJs. And as INTP students, INFJs are going to be quite interesting pupils. First of all, INTP students as INFJs are going to have intellectual motivations and aspirations. They're going to be very interested in learning. They're going to be the student that loves to learn, that loves to progress, that loves to achieve and proceed through the subject. And INFJs are going to proceed very quickly through a subject. They're going to love to learn, and they're going to be the people that you come into school often with a high desire to learn and to meet your expectations and to deal with your rewards. But as INTPs, INFJs are also going to be quite skeptical of the teacher and of the teaching methods. INFJs in the student archetype are going to be in a situation of telling the teacher how they are best taught. INFJs are going to seek to tell the teacher, this is how you should teach me, this is how you should reward me, this is how you should challenge me. INFJs will often ask for more challenges in school than the average student. They will often ask for different reward systems and different structures. And this is the presence of your perceiving function here coming up and thinking of alternative solutions. INFJs are going to be the students that tell you, why don't you teach us this instead? Why don't we learn about this instead? And INFJs as in the INTP archetype are going to be the kind of thinking types that often question you on the facts, question you on the rules and how you navigate the school. They are going to be the people that tell you, why are you giving us this rule? This rule appears inefficient. This system doesn't seem to be working. This answer doesn't seem to be the right one. And INFJs are going to be the people that question you often on specifics, like how you chose to use a word or how you chose to do something. As students, INFJs are the kind of people that become very critical of how you phrase a word, how you say something, how you do something. INFJs in school are the kind of people that will often be highly interested in what you are teaching, and they will often be the people that are trying very hard to meet school criteria. They're usually going to have good grades. They're usually going to do well in school. But there are going to be issues. And some of the issues that can prevent an INFJ from succeeding in school is that they often give the wrong answer to the question. Often a teacher has a set answer they want you to give in school. Often they have this school book rehearsed answer. But INFJs in the INTP state are going to be giving you different answers. They're going to seek original answers. They're going to seek original ways to do things. Often you're going to deal with an INFJ who is always inventing their own teaching methods, always inventing their own way to answer questions, always inventing their own solutions to problems. In mathematics, in science, in social sciences, they're going to give you different answers, and not always the answers that you want. And they're going to struggle in particular with structuring their answers and following the structure of the system. Often they will give you fascinating answers, they will give you amazing insight from their own perspective, but they won't always adapt or adhere to the structure of the school or of the test or the exam. So you can give them an exam and you can be surprised to notice that they are giving you the wrong answer to the question that you phrased. And this is often because as thinking perceiving types, as under the influence of thinking and perceiving, INFJs are often more interested in finding alternative ways to do things than in following or adhering to the successful way. And if you are in dealing with this, I think one of the issues is kind of learning to accept and compromise with INFJ here in this situation. What you'll need to find a way to do is find a way to make sure the INFJ is learning and to kind of see what it is that they are interested in, see what it is that they are fascinated with, because what they are fascinated with might not always be what's in the frame of the school book, the 2 pages that you gave the students to read until Monday. Often it's hard to get an INFJ in the INTP archetype to actually follow the set course lines and the course handbook and to actually follow the study guides. You'll find that they aren't reading what they're supposed to read, that they're reading ahead of time, that they are reading in different ways than they were supposed to. And some teachers might have an issue with this. Other teachers might find this okay and fascinating and interesting, and still they will notice that the INFJ is highly interested in learning, just not always in the way that you want them to learn. And what happened to me once when I was in school was I had a teacher that was kind of getting down on students, telling them this is how you should learn or this is how you should solve a problem. And a lot of the time I reacted very badly to this. I had a very high difficulty with teachers that told me how I should answer issues. And I got into this point where I would always test my teachers. I would always see, are these people I want to listen to? Are these people I actually care about? Do I actually think that they have anything interesting to tell me? Or do I think they're boring? If I think they're boring, I will focus on learning, teaching myself, and I will completely disregard anything they tell me. I will tune out in class, I will sit at the back, I will not answer any questions unless forced to, and I will do the bare minimum of what they want me to. But if this is a subject that I'm interested in, then I will, of course, give it my all. Now, this teacher in particular told me I had to answer all the questions on the math book, where I would prefer to jump and do them out of order. And I would also hear from her that my methods of solving math problems was wrong. So what I ended up doing in this situation was I ended up more or less disregarding what she said, and she ended up pulling an ultimatum on me to give her, by the end of the year, all the answers to the school book. Even though my grades were good, even though I did well on tests, because she felt that I should be answering all the questions in the math book, not just jumping through them and doing them in my head as I wanted to do them. And this led to me going together with all the other students to the principal and formulating an ultimatum. We wanted her out, and we wanted a new teacher. And that was not just me, that was a multiple amount of people that were fed up with her and how she taught us. I had overheard her calling another student an idiot, a really smart guy, a really well-intentioned, good guy. She called him an idiot and said he was too dumb for this class, in front of everyone. And I had very low tolerance with teachers that in some way or form got down on other people. In that situation, I went into justice mode. And I became very focused on ensuring that all students were treated fairly and that nobody was harassed by the teacher and that the teacher was fair. I noticed that fairness became a highly important thing for me in school, always, and I became the person that always sought to make sure that everyone was treated fairly by the teacher. And I always wanted, I think, to proceed faster in school. I always wanted more challenges than what I got. I ended up feeling quite understimulated throughout my school experience. I felt often like I wish I had been able to skip another year, or that I could at least have more challenging questions. Generally, my problem wasn't necessarily that I was smarter than anyone else, but that I wanted to learn in a different order than most people. And that I didn't want to be told what I wanted to learn, what I should learn. I wanted to be able to learn on my own accord. I always dreamt of that unschooling experience where I could just go into school and do research and study and find out about things and start up projects. And as I went through the projects, learn more. And I think that we are all headed towards more of that direction. I think that our schools are going to be facing with a lot of changes now today. And I don't think they realize how much they're going to have to adapt to ensure that all students can get what they need to get a good education. So what are your experiences as an INFJ in school? How was school for you? Feel free to leave a comment down below and share your experiences. At least that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, share, subscribe, or don't. And as always, may the neurons be with you.